Hey Footprinters, Chrissy here. I have gone past 100 subscribers. In fact, I've gone up past 110 subscribers in a little over a week. I've over doubled my subscribers. Thank you so much for those people who have subscribed. Not everyone's name shows up when they subscribe, of course, unless they want. So anyway, thank you so much to all the people who have subscribed to me to bring me over the 100 threshold, over 110. Not everyone's name comes up, but Janice, Joanne, Water, Bendita, Lisa, D. Heflin, Elizabeth, Dragonfly TV, Virgin and Louise, thank you, and along with everybody else who joined, who subscribed, if you know, thank you so much. And I've had some lovely comments. I can't remember who made it. That somebody, you'll see it on my Trump in November video, somebody described Trump as a big fat orange guinea pig or something. Oh, that was so cool. Anyway, what I am going to read on for you today. Well, I'm going to sort of cross the pond a little bit at first, and I'm going to look at this paper onto Russian interference into the Brexit referendum and the 2016 election in Britain. Apparently the paper's, it's a 50-page paper, and it's been released to the government, and Boris Johnson refused to release it until after the election, and now it can't be released now because Parliament's been dissolved and all that, so it can't be tabled in Parliament. Once it's tabled in Parliament, of course, it becomes public knowledge. So why? You know, why? So I want to have a look at that. So that's going to be my first reading. Before I go on, if you haven't seen it on the news overseas, our eastern states, New South Wales and Queensland, areas of those states are suffering from bushfires very much akin to the US ones. We've had 3 people die already, and it's just horrifying seeing the pictures, very similar to what you see in the US one. So it's, you know, it's supposed to be coming into our whatever. It's supposed to be still raining here with spring, but you know, it's not happening. Long hot dry summer in front of us. We do burn-offs over here in Western Australia, which I think helps, but it can still get very, very alarming when there is a bushfire that is not a controlled burn-off. Anyway, Boris Johnson, why wouldn't the Tories are the Conservative Party, the equivalent to the Republicans in Britain, table the report on Russian interference in 2016? Why wouldn't they publish the report, table the report in 2016? Why wouldn't they table the report on Russian interference in 2016? I think I'll do a cross, a six card cross. So hello, here's Cameo. And thank you who have commented that she's a cute kitty. She's a cute kitty. She's a lovely kitty. Ian, lovely to hear from you again. I did give Cameo a pat and a cuddle from you. Yeah. So, why wouldn't they table the report? It was done by their intelligence services. What's that? The Page of Cups. It had news in it that would stir people's emotions, get them possibly angry. Okay. If it was to stir the sort of emotions that would be, oh my goodness, thank heavens, that's great, that's fantastic news, and everyone could breathe a sigh of relief. I think they would have tabled it so it's got news in it that are going to make people really, really angry. Okay, the situation. It's got news in it of an opportunity being handed to somebody. And an offer of resources, money, influence, whatever, being handed to somebody. It shows that. What's the challenge about this report? The first thing that popped into my head when I see this is details, and then what popped into my head is perhaps a little light on details. They couldn't get as many details as they wanted. 50 pages, not a lot. Or it could be a lot. I don't know anything about these reports. But the challenge is explaining away the details that come out. They followed the money, and a lot of details are going to come out about the money. The focus of the report. This is the homecoming card, Four of Wands. It's often seen as the White House or Mar-a-Lago in the US. I found so the home countries. That's the first thing that popped into my head. Those of you who aren't familiar with the term, the home countries represent those countries that make up the United Kingdom, which is England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The home countries. I think it details an influence campaign in some of the home countries. I do know that Wales and Scotland were very much against it. I think it has lots of details about the influence campaign in some of the home countries, especially England. In the past with this thing, they looked into the past, and whatever they have found is going to cause a bit of a tower moment. It's going to cause a bit of a change in how things are done. Now, excuse me, my throat's a bit dry. So, whatever they found out, no, it was found out how. I mean, the Brexit referendum coming back yes was a huge game changer. Nobody expected it to come back yes. And it was a pretty big cataclysmic effect. It had a really big effect. Had a real change in Britain, to Britain's economy, and it just in the last 3 years, just trying to battle it out. And it's going to explain how they did it, how they brought about this change that people were not expecting, this vote that people were not expecting, that caused such cataclysmic results for the UK. And they are, in a way, they are cataclysmic in a way. It's affected their economy, it's affected their diplomacy, it's affected a lot of things. It's affected, you know, just Sunday evening dinner. It's very much like the US. Okay, presently with the report. Hello. It's going to be very disappointing news for some people. But this is also the card of the spy. I think it's going to name some names. I think that's what's in it. I think it's going to name some names, and that's why it's being suppressed until after the election. Now, if some of these names are people who are up for re-election and they're named in it as doing wrong, well, that's cover-up in the extreme, because people have, you know, they have the right to know that the person they would normally vote for took money, took whatever from Russia. I don't know if the laws are the same as in the US for political campaigns and all that. I know they've just made those laws over here that politicians in their political campaigns cannot take anything of value from a foreign national, but I don't know if that's the case in the UK, sorry. But that's why it's sitting there at present. This is the present position. It's sitting there at present because it names names. And a lot of people are going to be really disappointed when they find out some of those names. What is the future for the Tories for withholding it? So, temperance. Okay, they're going to have to work. Oh, sorry. I'm a girl. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that, Cameo. Just decided she wanted some of my attention. Well, actually, she wanted some of the treats that are in the bag behind me. How's it going to affect the Tories that they withheld this? Because this is in the future. They're going to have to really tread carefully, especially if they win. But I don't know if they'll win. Problem is, there doesn't seem, from what I've heard, to be any clear outstanding party. But they're going to have to tread carefully. They're going to have to find a balance. Perhaps if they know, you might find some people withdraw from the race. I don't know, but they're going to have to find a balance, and people are going to have to be patient, because if the Tories win, they're not going to release this immediately. They're going to hang on to it till they can find a way to spin it. That's if the Tories win. If, say, Labour win, or somebody like that, they're also going to have to find a way to balance it, because you never know. Some of them could be named in it. You just don't know. So, I'm going to ask a yes/no triangle. Okay, so we'll just take the bottom card off and put it there. I'll shuffle. Will the report show interference from Russia in the 2016 election and referendum? Will the report show political interference by Russia in UK politics in 2016? Over the top here. 1, 2, 3. 7 of Cups. The Lovers, the World. Pretty much a yes. Yeah, that's a pretty resounding yes. So the 7 of Cups isn't. 7 of Cups is a maybe, but yeah, it's a maybe. But yeah, the other 2 are definite yeses. Yes, it's going to show partnership designed to bring about destabilisation in the European Union, to bring about an end of some sort of the relationship between the European Union and Britain. Cameo! Wow! We will talk later, young lady. Oh, really? and it will show all the ways in which they gaslighted, confused the issue, and created problems. So yeah, it definitely does show that. Anyway, apologies for the interruptions, but you know, they want what they want and they get what they want. And if they don't get what they want, they chuck little tantrums and knock cameras over, don't they? Love her anyway. Okay, now Footprinters, again, thank you so much for all your support, and I'm just absolutely mind-boggled by the number of subscribers I've received in the last few days. Anyway, I'm going to put this one to bed. I will do a reading on the election a little bit closer to it. I think it's too far out at the moment, but in the UK. I will come back soon and see you at the next reading. Bye bye.